looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Out of the gun to give to the back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Dropping back, it's Hoover. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He couldn't find anywhere to go with the ball. Bought time for a second, but finally just went down.
Coming into the game, the defense talked about, man, they really wanted to get to this quarterback. Well, it didn't take long. 2 plays in, they get to him, and they get the sack.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
They'll ride the hot hand. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And I'll tell you what, no secret on this drive. This offense, they're not trying to maintain balance. They're trying to line up and just dot you right in the eyes. 4 straight runs, get the first down, and really starting to play physical.
Got him downfield. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog, coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession 1, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
On the run from inside his own 5. Smashes him with the stiff arm. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Ready to fire from the pistol. Leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The analytics nerds say the goal is at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. Martin will throw it. On the move to his left. Fires on the move. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
That's a really nice job holding that pass in, and you think LSU has just been such a breeding ground in recent years for receivers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, OBJ, Jarvis Landry, they all have the ability to make a play.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Got it!
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Slams it ahead. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. And the Tigers heading quickly to the line. Wants to fire on 2nd down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
huge play in the red zone. 3rd and goal coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Starting to feel a little pressure. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers!
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
Offense working from the pistol. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Looking left. It's caught. Makes the grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35. You get a guy who can do that on the outside and is sort of in the DNA of Miami's program.
Yeah, just speed. Those are guys that put fear in you. Those are the track stars. The Sunshine State produces so many of them. Those guys can absolutely fly.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
From the gun, give on the inside. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Grab near the marker, it's Henderson. He works his way to the 23 before he goes out of bounds. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. To the ground with the back. Shakes off the defender. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Miami!
And how about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside the 15, here's the return. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. The give to the tailback. He's going to lose a yard on that one. LSU quick to the line.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Oh, out of space. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Well, when the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. Once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in.
Oh, it's picked off. Taking it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that is such a veteran play by that defender. In cover 0, he knows the quarterback's going to have to get rid of the football quickly, so he's getting ready to jump anything that's going to be underneath. He does just that. Great job with the speed. Nice job reeling it in for the INT.
Give to the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
To the air, it's Hoover. Fires left. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Canes.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback